Good evening, my dear founders. Welcome to yet another edition of Meetup Cafe. So, Meetup Cafe is a online event where we invite industry experts, eminent personalities from the startup ecosystem to come and interact with our startup founders so that they can share their experience, which could be of some tremendous use to our startup founders. So today we have one such kind of eminent personality, Mathew Joseph. He's the Vice President and Head of Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. He is heading that in CIMB Bank. He's responsible for the design, development, and implementation of artificial intelligence and machine learning solutions for CIMB Bank in seven countries of Asia. Apart from that, he is a reputed mentor for many startup companies and the keynote speaker in industry conferences and universities. Before handing over the stage to Mr. Mathew, I would like to make some inputs here regarding how to use this platform for interaction. So you have this option of chat in your window. If you want to have some of your inputs, you can type your inputs in chat box. If you want to ask any questions, you can find a Q&A tab there, so that you can post your questions in the Q&A tab. Or if you want to ask question directly to the speaker, you have an option of raise hand. Just click the raise hand option, and we will unmute you to ask question directly to the speaker. So with that, I am handing over the stage to Mathew. Over to you, Mathew.
Thank you very much, and welcome all the entrepreneurs who joined this meeting today. So I'm really glad to meet all of you, and thanks to the Kerala Startup Mission for inviting me to this event to address a August group of entrepreneurs. So I hope the audio and video is fine. So in the meantime, during the session, if at any time you face difficulty with the audio or video, one of you can please raise and let me know, so we can post there and just issue there. So as I mentioned by the initially, so I'm Mathew Joseph, and I head the artificial intelligence lab for one of the largest bank in the Asian region, CIMB Bank, and we have branches across 16 countries, and this is one of the largest in the ASEAN region, one of the largest banking group. And we build artificial intelligence solutions. So you know that it's banking is a conventional business, right? Not like a startup where you start a business from core, probably to solve a business problem or probably to deliver certain products or services. Banking is a conventional business which was there for many years, many decades, and we are transforming the banking completely by artificial intelligence. So I may be talking about some of those use cases and success stories, how we have done that. And I'm also a mentor for many startup companies where I work with them in helping them implementing and reinventing their business and taking the business roadmap and helping them to establish as an enterprise using artificial intelligence. From that context, I would like to speak to you today, and we can have an open discussion. So I will have a 1 hour of, so right now it is 5:15, and we will have 1 hour of presentation followed by 30 minutes of open discussion, wherein you can ask questions and we can clarify, we can have a open interaction, right, about the questions, everything. So last week I was in the middle of an important meeting in my office. So that's when suddenly I got a call from one of the person, unknown number on my mobile phone. So I was in an important meeting with my boss and some of my colleagues. So I did not accept the call. So again, after a minute, I got the call again from the same number on my mobile phone. So I accepted the call. So that was a call from a banker, from a call center, asking, "Sir, do you want personal loan?" So I got really upset. I got really irritated. I disconnected the phone. So I'm sure that all of you face similar situation, right? You may be in an important meeting, you may be in a hospital, or you may be in a family function. And that's when you will get this call from the retailers, from the banks, asking for home loans, asking for credit card, asking for personal loan, and trying to sell their products and services. So this is something most of the customer facing businesses are doing, and they are all spamming their customers. They are irritating their customers. They are troubling their customers. They are trying to sell the products, the right product to the wrong customer at the wrong time. Right? So this is a lesson for all the entrepreneurs. When you are building a customer base, do not spam your customers. Right? So this is a typical business problem which we all face. I'm sure that all of you are facing. So if I open my email, I get at least 4 to 5 emails from the banks, from the retailers, from Flipkart, from Walmart, from Amazon. Everyone sending their promotional campaigns, their offers, emails. At least 4 to 5 will be there. I get at least 5 to 6 SMS from different banks and retailers asking, giving offers, everything. I don't even open that because it is so they're just spamming, right? They are just sending the wrong message at the wrong time. So this is a typical business case. So what we have done is we have solved this business problem using artificial intelligence. So as I said, banking is a conventional business. Banking, it was there for many decades. So we have branches. Banks have specific branches. They have ATMs and they have specific fixed kind of products and services which they offer. But we have solved this problem in this traditional business using artificial intelligence. What we have done is we have a customer base of 28 million customers spread across 16 countries. So we brought in the entire customer data into this big data platform and then built many artificial intelligence solutions, many machine learning solutions, many NLP solutions. And then we analyze the customers, their behavior. What is their propensity? When I say propensity, what is that customer like? What product the customer is likely to buy? Say, for example, if I have a savings account with this bank, what is the best product he is likely to buy based on his behavior, based on his purchase behavior, based on his browsing behavior, based on his demographics, based on his credit history and income profile, based on all this data, what is that he is likely to buy, when he is likely to take a loan, when he will buy a home loan, when he will take a credit card, when he is going to take an auto loan or do some investment. So based on that, we have came up with personalized service and product, and then using artificial intelligence, we analyzed and found out what kind of channel. Those who are in the marketing or campaign will know that. What are the different kind of channels, right? So you have emails, SMS, digital channels. You have call centers, SMS. All these channels are there, right? Print media, electronic media, TVs. Different channels are there. So the campaign, which channel is preferred by each customer, and at what time he is okay to receive this campaign messages. So for example, I don't want to receive a call from a banker during my office time. So I am okay to receive a call in the evenings when I am free after office hours or probably after the weekend. So everyone has your own preference. Some of you are okay with to receive a call in the morning, or some of you are okay with receiving a message from a bank during weekends, or some of you prefer email, some of you prefer text message, some of you prefer a call, right? So everyone has their own preference. So for this 26 million customers, using artificial intelligence, we found out what is the best product he is likely to buy, next best product, and what is the channel, preferred channel, and at what time he is okay to receive this message, recommendation from the bank. And then based on that, we came up with personalized campaigns, and solve this problem. So this is a typical success story. As an introduction, I want to tell you this story. You can use artificial intelligence in your business to solve this problem, to improve the customer experience, to personalize your product and service, to reach the customer at the right time, through the right channel, and give the right message instead of spamming him, instead of troubling him at the wrong time. Right? So that's very important. So you need to speak. So you may be in a customer facing business, or you may be in any kind of startup or business, irrespective of your vertical, irrespective of your industry. You should think from the customer point of view, right? So the mistake always the business is doing is business that you will have a big customer base and you want to do reach out to the customer. You have 100 products or you have 10 products and you are selling it to 10 countries. You will just every business is doing that mistake. They just spam the customers, sending the wrong message to the wrong person. So use artificial intelligence to solve that. That's what we have done, right? So when we talk about artificial intelligence, what you see on the screen is at a high level. I'm not going to go into the technical details and teach you about what is this, and you don't need to know. But you should have an overview of what is that each building block. So when you say artificial intelligence, what is that? So under the big umbrella of artificial intelligence, you have something called machine learning, right? So I'll just give you a brief overview of what it is. So machine learning is you have using data, you teach the machines to predictive analytics and deep learning, right? So you can predict the customer behavior. You can predict the market trend. You can predict the competition in your market. You are competing companies, you are competing products, your market sentiment, right? The customer preferences, what kind of features you can predict, or what should be the best pricing in the market compared to your competition. You can use predictive analytics for that. And what will be your production sales, how the sales for that particular product in that particular region, particular country or a particular state, how it is going to be. You can predict it using artificial intelligence. That is machine learning. Then there is natural language processing, right? Which means, so for example, the natural language, English, Malayalam, Hindi or Chinese or French, these are all natural language. So using computer, using a machine computer, you can process. It can be text messages, it can be audio text, audio. All these natural languages can be processed. So, for example, a typical case is you have say a website and you have a e-commerce website, right? And you are selling hundreds of products to many countries and many states, and you have customer reviews and people are writing their reviews, people are writing complaints, people are writing compliments, people are giving positive feedback, negative feedback, and there may be many. You may have many social media sites like your LinkedIn, your Facebook, your Twitter. Everywhere people may be giving feedback, right? So what are you going to do with that? You can use artificial intelligence. You can scrape all this data. You can use artificial intelligence to analyze what is the sentiment of the customer. What is the customer? Say you have different products. What feature the customers like? What service the customers like? And which segment of the customer? What is their preference? What are the customer complaints, top complaints? What are they talking about? So using NLP, you can come up with that kind of insight and you can go back and fix your problem. So that's the case there. Then speech to text, text to speech. So you can have chatbot. You can especially your phone, the iPhone or the Siri or the Alexa, all using that technology, right? So you can chatbots. You can speak to the phone and all that. And then there are expert system planning, scheduling. So if you have some manufacturing floor or if you have some manufacturing units, you can plan and schedule and optimize your production based on the demand from season to season, from time to time. How much you can plan your production, you can plan your resources, plan your employees, plan your machineries. Everything you can predict using artificial intelligence. Then there is robotics, which I'm sure as a startup, many of you may not be using a robotics right now, but there may be some of you, of course, doing that. But I'm not going to talk about robotics today. Since most of the entrepreneurs may not be using that today, but robotics can be deployed, right, in many of the businesses. Then there is image recognition, vision, computer vision. So you can analyze videos, you can analyze using artificial intelligence, analyze videos, photos, and predict the future, analyze the trend, all that. So these are at a high level. This is when we talk about artificial intelligence, this is the meaning of it. Now the first thing is, as you know, artificial intelligence is something there in the media. There's a whole lot of hype about artificial intelligence, right? It is there in the media and it is there everywhere, right? People are talking about in the industry. You go and attend any industry conference, everyone is talking about artificial intelligence, which is going to trigger the industry 4.0, the artificial intelligence, which is going to trigger the next industrial revolution. Everyone is talking about that. So there is a danger here, which is that as an entrepreneur, when you start building your business, people may go for an overkill, right? So you may be thinking that, okay, I have this e-commerce business where you are going to sell source some products, say for example an agri-tech, or some of the products you source from different people, vendors, and then you are going to sell it on a website, on an e-commerce website, and you have many customers, and then suddenly you will think that, okay, I have to use artificial intelligence, or you may be an electric manufacturer, or you may be manufacturing some electric appliances or some components. Recently, I was reading one of the article where an electric heater manufacturer. Now, you know that the home heater is there in the bathroom we use for heating the heater, right? He has advertised saying that this artificial intelligence enabled, IoT enabled, artificial intelligence enabled heater. That's an overkill, right? So you don't really need to have an artificial intelligence on a heater, unless, of course, it will add some brand value, but it's an overkill. So when we are talking about your entrepreneurship, we need to think like a medical doctor. Okay, so think like a doctor. So artificial intelligence, this is a technology. Okay, this is not a magic one. This is not something which is going to, if you use artificial intelligence or if you implement artificial intelligence in your business, it's not going to create a magic. So it's a technology. You should understand how to use, when to use, how much to use, and where to use. Right? So that's very important. So why we respect or pay more to a doctor than a medical representative? Right? So you know that a doctor, we respect a doctor, right? Somebody who has MBBS, MD, FRCS, a consultant, medical consultant, we respect it. And you know there are medical representatives who go and sell medicines, right, to medical stores and different doctors. Those people are not so respected like a doctor, right? But if you go and ask a doctor and a medical representative, probably the medical representative will know more about the medicines than a doctor, right? So a medical representative will know the medicines about all the fields, all the specializations. And if you ask a doctor, he may be thorough with probably in his line of business only. If it is an ortho doctor, he may be familiar with the medicines from ortho only, right? Orthopedics only. But we respect the doctors because the doctor understands the problem. So a medical doctor, you as a patient, you go to a doctor, the doctor will first listen, right? What is your problem? He will analyze your problem. He will listen to the problem. He will analyze the problem. And then he will prescribe some test, maybe X-ray, maybe blood test, maybe scanning, ECG, and then he will collect all those data. He will analyze the data, and then he will diagnose the problem, and then he will prescribe the medicine based on the diagnosis. Same way, as an entrepreneur, you have a business which is in the conceptual stage or which is already implemented, which is already running. You need to approach from as a consultant, as a medical doctor, analyze your business. What is that problem area I am addressing? What is my customer base? What are the products I am trying to sell? And what is my strategy? And based on that, use artificial intelligence as a technology to transform the business. Use it at the right point, at the right time, at the right dose. Do not overdose, do not underdose, right? So that should be it's an art. It's an art of understanding the business, understanding the technology, and visualize the problem and come up with solution, right? So that is how we do that. So even in our bank, that's what we do. We speak to the different country CEOs. I speak to the different department heads and understand what is the business problem they're facing, and then build solutions to solve that problem. I already spoke about campaign management, right? How the banks are spamming their customers and troubling their customers and thereby reducing the customer satisfaction. So we have solved that particular business problem using artificial intelligence. So there is a business benefit involved there. So when you are talking about artificial intelligence in your business, always look for what is the business benefit in terms of dollar value, in terms of rupees. If I do this using artificial intelligence, I use in this business process, I can generate revenue. How much I can increase my customer base, or how much I can do cost optimization, cost saving, right? So if say today you are spending 10 lakhs rupees or 1 crore rupees for your one business process, you use artificial intelligence, can you reduce it by 20%? Can you reduce the cost by 20%, 30%? Or your annual turnover is 10 crores. Using artificial intelligence, are you able to increase your revenue or profit by 10% or 20% or 30%? So you should have a tangible business benefit, cost saving before you go for applying artificial intelligence in your business process. And other than that, also, of course, there may be non-tangible cases also. So, for example, some companies, brand, they want to improve their brand value. So that's how this electric geyser guys, people are using advertising using artificial intelligence. So the common man, it gives a brand value. So it's a perception management, right? So that also is fine as long as you are clear with your objective or your customer experience, CX improvement. So you may not be having any tangible revenue generated, or there may not be tangible cost saving. But if the customer experience is improving over a period of time, your brand value will increase, and over a period of time, you will have more customer base and the customers due to customer satisfaction. So that also is indirect benefit. So what we need to look at is when we are applying for artificial intelligence on your business, you should have any of this, either of this or a collection of these business benefits, which is going to help in your business, right? So that's the reason why we are going for artificial intelligence in your business, right? So when we are talking about artificial intelligence, there are two approaches. So if you talk to any of these services companies, so if there are IT services companies like TCS, Infosys, Wipro, or in Kerala we have many services companies. So I'm not going to name anyone, but most of the services companies, they are all into artificial intelligence. So they all build small solutions. So if you take retail or banking, there are chatbots, right? So you go to their website and there will be automated chatbots are available. So many people are building that. That's also artificial intelligence enabled. And if you are in manufacturing or steel or mining, there are predictive asset maintenance solutions. And in banking, insurance, and finance business, there are fraud analytics, risk analytics solutions. Then there are retail, there are propensity model solutions. So all these people are building this kind of solutions and trying to solve a piece of business problem for different businesses. So instead of that, what we are doing is in our bank, what we do is we have the entire bank data on a big data platform. Bank data, the customers, 26 million customers across 16 countries. We have the entire bank data in the business, and then we build solutions to transform and reinvent the entire bank end to end. So when the other services companies are talking about nuts and bolts, we are talking about the car in totality, right? When the when the IT services companies are trying to solve a small piece of the business problem, they're talking about the nuts and bolts in a car. So instead of solving bits and pieces, instead of solving small business problems, we are solving the entire business. We are transforming the entire business. So when you are talking about the roadmap for artificial intelligence adoption, I would say you start with this small piece of bits and pieces implementation, but over a period of time, you should look at your business AI-driven, data-driven business, artificial intelligence-driven business over a period of time. So as and when you have your business running for many years, say 2 years, for 4 years or 5 years, and you have the entire data digital, and that is when you can onboard your artificial intelligence and you can have your business completely driven by artificial intelligence. So that's the future, right? So the world is moving in that way. And last month there was an interview by Arvind Krishna, the CEO of IBM. I hope you are aware that the IBM, right? I was working with IBM for the last 12 years before joining this company 2 years back. So IBM has the CEO of IBM is an Indian, right? Arvind Krishna, global. So he sits in New York. So there was an interview last month from Arvind Krishna. So he was saying that by 2025, all the companies will be artificial intelligence. They will be using artificial intelligence. It is not because they are interested, but they will be forced to do that. Okay. So my prediction is that in the next 5 years or by the next 10 years, unless you use artificial intelligence to run your business, you will be out of competition. You will be out of the business. So you will be forced to do that. So that's the future. Okay. So when everyone else in your market, when everyone else in your industry segment is doing that, and if you are the only person who is not using artificial intelligence to run your business, you will run out of business. You will be out of the business, right? So you will be forced to do that. So irrespective of the industry, irrespective of the vertical, you should be have a roadmap for artificial intelligence. So now the question will be, I know you as an entrepreneur, you may be telling that, okay, I have a small business, right? I have a local business. Probably your customer base is in one or two districts in Kerala, or you may be having a small agriculture business or a small tourism business. Can I use artificial intelligence? So the answer is yes. Irrespective of the size of your business, irrespective of the size of sector in which industry sector you are operating, you can use artificial intelligence, provided your business is digital, which means you should have all your business either 100% or partially in a digital form in computer. You should have that data, and then once you have that data in the digital form, you can bring it into a data center, or you can use cloud. Nowadays there are the cloud. You may be familiar, right? Heard of cloud, Amazon cloud, AWS, or Azure, or Google cloud. There are IBM cloud, Oracle cloud. There are many public cloud is there where you can easily provision. You just need to pay for that and get the server, and we can use that. Or you can have your own local machines, and you can have set up a big data platform, and you can build different solutions to make your business artificial intelligence enabled, right? So you need to come up with that roadmap, how you can do that, how you can onboard your business in a journey. So that's a journey. So it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in 1 month, or it's not going to happen in 1 year, but you can plan for that in the next 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, or 5 year, right? Step by step, you can move, and then your business will be using artificial intelligence. And now the question is, where can I use the artificial intelligence? So this is a typical business, conventional business. So you take any conventional business. This is the typical departments, right? So you have if there's a manufacturing, you have the core business is there. Then you have accounting, human resource, operations, sales, marketing, financing, everywhere. So if you have your data in the digital form, in computer data, you can use artificial intelligence for each of this department for managing your decision. Right? So as a business owner or as a business CEO, you need to take many decisions every day, and that recommendation can come from artificial intelligence solution, data science solution, predictive models. I'll talk about a couple of use cases, success stories, how we have done that. You can plan your strategy. You can manage your strategy, business strategy, your product strategy for each country, each customer segment. You can plan that using artificial intelligence. You can do customer sentiment analytics, operation optimization, market trend analytics, sales trend prediction, recruitment. Even we are using artificial intelligence for recruitment, to identify the right candidate in the interviews process, in the performance management process, everywhere. Attrition management. We predict who is likely to leave the company. All this, and then the product trend prediction. So each product, how this particular product is likely to perform in each segment, each age group, each demographics, each geography, each country, each state. Based on the data, you can predict and you can plan your production based on that. So every aspect of your business, every function or every department in your business, you can apply artificial intelligence, provided you have the data in a computer system, right? So that's And that's a roadmap. So you need to have a plan to have this data in your computer systems, and then bring all those data into a big data platform, and then you can build artificial intelligence solutions to apply and expand your business. So this is one of the startups based in Delhi, farm fresh agricultural agri-tech company where it's a startup. Okay, I'm giving a mentoring to them. So they started some time back, and they have an e-commerce website. So what they do is it's a typical e-commerce business startup where they are collecting farm products, so vegetables or value-added farm products. Like, say, for example, if you take banana, the banana chips, the processed food items, pickles, or honey, or different value-added products. They have it on the website, and then they sell that. And then they are they are running this for the last 2-3 years, and then they have that data for the last 2-3 years, and then they have built sentiment analytics solutions. So they have the review pages, they have website, Facebook, Twitter, and their websites. They get a lot of feedback from different sources. They have all this data in the system computer, and then they are using artificial intelligence, natural language processing to analyze the market sentiment, customer sentiment. What are the top issues? What are the complaints? What are the good things? What are the items or products which customers like? And which season, what kind of products they like, from which state, which age group, what demographics, all that they are analyzing, and then based on that, their products are lined up, and then they are the moment you go to their website, the product, each customer will get a preferred recommendation. So that is done using artificial intelligence. Next best product to buy. So, for example, today I buy vegetable onion, and when tomorrow I log in, I will again get a recommendation for onion and potato, which are related things. Or for today, if I buy chips or some sweets, tomorrow I'll get a similar kind of chips, laddu or jalebi or some kind of other food items. So these kind of recommendations are found for each customer using artificial intelligence, and based on the customer purchase behavior, the artificial intelligence will recommend, okay, this particular customer likes this kind of products, and this is his purchase behavior, and this is likely to be his next best product. So you give that recommendation on the website, and then the customers will most likely to buy that. And then market sentiment analytics, and then customer propensity. So what is customer likely to buy? And then they are also using artificial intelligence solutions to optimize the logistics. So all their supply chain is optimized using artificial intelligence. So who is the courier agency, which area, and all the orders from that area will be combined, clustered. And and this is also a market of markets. So the moment you log into website, based on your geographical location, you can go to that particular nearby seller, and then you can buy it. And then the somebody who will deliver. Instead of, say, for example, if you are ordering a food item from Srigarim in Trivandrum, right? So a farmer from Palayam, or somebody from Potangod, or somebody nearby Srigarim will be able to to provide you that item, instead of someone from Kochi or somebody from Calicut. Right? So that is artificial intelligence will detect that and find out, okay, this particular customer is logging in from this location. And immediately the system will look for the sellers around his area, maybe 2-3 kilometers around his area, and provide the product to him. So your business is optimized. So instead of somebody selling an item to Srigaryam, Trivandrum, from Kochi or from Calicut, your logistic expenses, your transportation expense is minimized, right? And the customer will get the product quickly, immediately, instead of waiting for 3 days. He will get within probably 2-3 hours time, because the product is delivered from 2 hours or 3 hours. 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers from distance only, right? So that is achieved using artificial intelligence. So these are the kind of this is what artificial intelligence can do. So this is another startup company based in Gujarat, where I'm again giving a mentoring. So they are into diamond merchant. So they are a traditional diamond business, Gujarati person. So he has diamond business running for the last many decades. Now what he has done is he has opened up an online web store where he can sell the diamond products to many countries in the Europe and US. So this website has all his products catalog, everything, and then the artificial intelligence solutions are built to predict the market trend. What is the customer likely to buy? What is the trend? What kind of fashion? With which age group, which demographics, and what kind of customers like which product. And based on that, he has the manufacturing unit in Gujarat will cut the diamonds and go with that kind of gemstone, what quality gemstone, what is the pricing, which grading, which shape, which design, which color. There are a lot of things which he get the feedback from the customers, and then based on using artificial intelligence, he is predicting that, and his production line is completely optimized using artificial intelligence. Okay, so that's so. So and again, the fashion and the trend and everything keep changing from time to time, from country to country, from demographics to demographics, different age group, different cultures, different ethnic groups. All these fashion will change. So he's predicting it using artificial intelligence, and based on that, his production and the design and the fashion and the grading, pricing, everything is designed, and all this recommendation is coming from this artificial intelligence solution. Using that, he is able to optimize his business and give the right product to the right customer at the right time. Right? So that's the future of the business. Okay, so this is a very big business, but there are a whole lot of takeaways for you. Even if you are a small operators, even if you are a small entrepreneur, this business model is something which really you can adapt. Okay, and this is another success story which we have done in our bank. So we were 2 years back we have launched our business into our bank into another country in Southeast Asia. Okay, so you know that if you have to expand the bank, say for example, Citibank, American bank coming to India, if you have to expand to India, there are two options, right? One is you can spend millions of dollars and go to different metro cities, different big cities, and you can rent out the big offices in the city center. You can open branches, and you can go to different cities and towns, and you can open ATM centers, ATM offices, everything, right? So this needs a huge investment. And option number two is you can say if it is Citibank coming to India, they want to start their business. They can come to India and spend millions and acquire probably an Indian bank, probably a Bank of Baroda or a South Indian bank or a Canara bank, which is smaller compared to Citibank. So they need to spend millions and they can acquire that, right? So these two options, you need heavy investment, right? And it's going to take a whole lot of time. So what we have done is instead of doing these two options, when we wanted to launch our bank into this new country, we acquired the customer data with a wallet fintech company. So when I say wallet fintech company, it's like a Paytm, right? So an example is the Paytm. Paytm is a mobile wallet company, right? So we had that we acquired them and we acquired their data and then built different artificial intelligence models, machine learning solutions to understand the customer, understand the market behavior, understand who is rich based on their demographics, based on their data. We predicted who is likely to save, who is likely to buy your products. And then we had personalized campaigns using artificial intelligence. And then we have grown from 0 to 2.6 million customers within 14 months using artificial intelligence. So that's the power of artificial intelligence. So we have grown from 0 to 2.6 million customers within 14 months in that country. And we are 100% digital. We do not have any branches in that country. We are 100% digital. And if you are taking a savings account or fixed deposit or loan with our bank, you just have to download our mobile app and you can operate everything from our mobile app or through your laptop digitally. We don't have any branch there. We don't have any ATM there. And without spending millions, we have grown from 0 to 2.6 million customers using artificial intelligence. So that is the power of artificial intelligence. So if you are an entrepreneur and you want to grow exponentially, artificial intelligence can help you. Okay, artificial intelligence can help you to understand the market. It can help you to predict the customer behavior. predict the customer propensity and what he is likely to buy, and predict the pricing, predict the competition every day, as long as you have the data. Okay. And this particular country, we have only 65 employees. We do not have any branches. We do not have any ATM. So if you have to withdraw money from my account, your account in that country, you can go to any other ATM, any other bank ATM, and you can withdraw, and we give the service charge today. So that is a better business model for us. So instead of spending millions and millions to expand in that country, within 14 months, we have grown from 0 to 2.6 million customers. That is the power of artificial intelligence. Okay. And another thing, so when you talk about any branch, any bank, have you heard of any bank which is not selling credit card? Nowadays, every small bank is selling credit cards, right? Even the cooperative banks are selling credit cards, right? You take any Indian bank, Canara Bank, South Indian Bank, or State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, or any bank, irrespective of the size, whether it's a multinational bank or local Indian bank, everyone is selling credit card, right? But we don't sell credit card in this particular country, because when we analyzed the data, customer data using artificial intelligence, we found that the credit card market is already saturated in that country, because all these multinational banks, Citibank, American Express Bank, HDFC, Standard Chartered, all these banks are operating this country for the last 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. So all this market is already saturated using artificial intelligence, using credit. The credit card market is already saturated. That is the recommendation and insight we found using artificial intelligence. So the recommendation came is that we should not be launching credit card in that country. So that was our market strategy, and this market strategy came out from a recommendation from an artificial intelligence model. So even today we don't sell credit card. So we have savings account, fixed deposit, home loans, car loans, then some of these investment products, wealth products. All these products are there. So, but we don't sell credit card in this country. So this is totally against the conventional wisdom, but that's the power of artificial intelligence, and we are growing exponentially, and our strategies are totally game changers. Okay, so that's the power of artificial intelligence. And when we talk about a bank, what's a bank, right? So when we talk about a bank, I'll come up the okay. So a bank is what? So as a salaried person or a common man, bank is where you get your credit card, your savings account, you get your monthly salary, you have your debit card, credit card, and probably you have your car loan, bike loan, or home loan, some of the investment, fixed deposit. That's it. So any bank, whether it's a local bank, Indian bank, or multinational bank, their products are more or less similar, right? At least the 90% or 95% of the products are similar. The only difference could be their interest rate, maybe half percent here and there, more or less, right? So a standard, a conventional bank, their products and services are more or less same. So I'm going to talk about a story where how we reinvented our bank. So I remember I had to take a home loan when I constructed my house in Bangalore some 12 years back. I went to the bank, my bank where I have my salary account for more than 10 years. I went to the bank for a home loan. Then I had to produce all the documents, all my KYC document. Right? So I have that relationship with that bank for more than 10 years, more than 12 years. But still, I have to go with the proof, my address proof, my ID proof, my last 3 years IT returns, and my all the legal documents, my credit history, everything, and I have to prove with so many documents. I have to meet the manager so many times, and it took more than 2 months to get the loan sanction. But in our bank, this bank, when we using artificial intelligence, we have transformed the complete business experience and the complete customer experience. Now, within 5 minutes, we get any customer will get a loan approved, because we have already analyzed using based on your data, all your purchase behavior, all your historical data. Using that, we have already analyzed your credit history and your credit rating, everything, and it's already the artificial intelligence solutions already knows about you, and the moment you apply for a loan, it's approved. So the complete banking experience is changed there. So what we have done is, so how many times you go to a bank? So for example, if you are um, a salaried person, now business people may go a little more frequently, but a salaried person very rarely go to a bank, right? Nowadays you can withdraw money using ATM or you can do online transfer. You very rarely, maybe once in 2 months, once in 5 months, or once in a year, you may go to a branch, right? And you are every time you have to go, for any transaction, for any product, to buy a credit card or loan or anything, you have to prove yourself again and again with the documentation, right? So we have changed the complete customer experience using artificial intelligence. So what we have done is, we have this mobile app for this bank on you can install on your mobile phone. And today is I'm in Bangalore, and tomorrow I come to Trivandrum, and I'm in Palayam. The moment I reach Palayam, my bank will know my position based on my location of my phone. The bank will know that Mathew has reached travel from Bangalore to Trivandrum, and he is currently in Palayam. And at the time of lunch, I will get a push notification, a recommendation on my mobile phone saying that there is a Chinese restaurant in Palayam or near statue where I can go and have the lunch, because the bank already has, based on my previous purchase behavior, my eating habits during the last 5 years or last 10 years. The bank already knows that what is my food habit, what kind of food I eat, which kind of, whether it's a South Indian or North Indian or vegetarian or non-vegetarian or Chinese or Punjabi or Italian, or what kind of food habit I have. Bank already has the data. He has already, for every customer, bank has come up with that recommendation. And the moment at the time of lunch, I get a recommendation saying that there is a Chinese restaurant near statue. I can go just half-kilometer away. I can have a lunch there. And the bank already has a tie-up and relationship with that restaurant. I get a 20% discount there. And after lunch, I go to Tambanur, and the bank already knows what's my shopping behavior, right? So the moment I reach Tambanur, I will get the push notification saying that there is a shopping mall where I can go and buy the electronic goods, because the bank already has analyzed, and the bank knows that what kind of purchases I do, whether it's a fashion items or electronic items or food items, what kind of purchase I do, right? So I can go there and do my shopping, and when I pay using my credit card or my digital transfer, I get a 10% or 15% discount, because the bank already has a relationship there. And evening, again, the bank knows what is my evening habit. Do I go to a dinner or for a movie, or what kind of movie I watch, everything. The bank knows the data using my previous history. Using artificial intelligence, bank has already come up with that insight. And bank knows that, okay, what kind of movies I watch, whether it's a Malayalam family movies or comedy movies or Hindi movies or or English movie fiction or thrillers or action movie, what kind of movie habit which I prefer based on my previous purchase behaviors, and based on my previous behavior, the bank already has the data. Using artificial intelligence, bank has came up with that recommendation, and bank knows that I like Malayalam comedy movies. So the bank will give me that recommendation. There is a movie theater near Thamba, just 200 meters away from the location. I can go there and buy the ticket, and I get a 10% discount because the bank already has a relationship. So during the whole day, all my financial needs, the bank is taking care of me and giving me the right recommendation at the right time, and giving me the offers and discounts, right? So the bank has totally transformed, and this is for my small purchases. And even for my big purchases, say for example, tomorrow I want to buy a car. The moment I go to a car dealer, or the moment I start browsing through the car website, the bank will get my purchase behavior, my browsing behaviors. I will get a recommendation saying that because the bank already has all my data, my credit history, my current loans running, how much I earn every month, how much I spend every month, what are my savings, what are my liabilities. Everything bank knows, and with all that data, bank will give me the right recommendation saying that, okay, with all your data, this Toyota Innova with 15 lakh is the best for me. So the bank will give me the recommendation. And even for if I want to buy a house or an apartment in Bangalore, there are different options. So I can buy an apartment from 50 lakhs to I can buy a villa or bungalow for 30 lakhs or 30 crore or 40 crores in Bangalore. There are different options, hundreds of options, hundreds of builders are there. So a normal person will get confused. So if I had to go and the moment I start going through the website of property websites or go to the dealers, the bank will know that okay, Matthew is likely to buy a house, and that is when the bank will give me the recommendation. The bank already has all my data, credit history, my income, my habits, and what kind of job I have, whether it's a government job, whether it's a private job, what is the job security, and what is my family spending, all my savings, what are the current loans running, my credit history, everything the bank knows, and the bank will recommend me the right apartment or the right house, saying that okay, this apartment with 1 crore or 90 lakhs is the best for me. The bank will recommend me that, and the moment I apply for a loan, I will get the loan approved within 5 minutes because the bank already has all the data. So I don't have to go to the bank or go to the branch and meet the manager with all my documents and try to prove my credibility for 2 months. I don't have to work around. So everything, all this we achieved using artificial intelligence. So I'm talking about a real life story which we have done for this bank. So as an entrepreneur, you can take the lesson, even a conventional traditional business like a bank, which is giving a fixed business and product and service to the customer, and which doesn't have any customer, which doesn't provide any customer experience, which is totally troubling the customers. A typical industry segment, we are able to transform it that, and from that bank who doesn't understand anything, from a bank where at any time you have to go and prove yourself, and you have to go like a government office every time you have to go to no, from that poor experience, we have transformed that banking industry to a personal financial partner for every customer, for your everyday needs throughout 24 bar 7 every day for all your financial needs, right from your 100 rupees lunch to your 50 lakhs or 80 lakhs house purchase. For all your financial needs, irrespective of that, at right time we give the right recommendation, personalized service and product based on your data, based on your capability. So we give the right recommendation. So we have transformed this business bank into a personal financial partner for every customer. So that's a transformation. That's how we reinvented the bank using artificial intelligence. So irrespective of your industry segment, whether you are into tourism or agriculture or banking or electronics or advanced manufacturing or retail or any kind of business, you can transform your business using artificial intelligence. So that's the story I want to give, and that's a lesson for you to take from this. And this is another success story which we have done in the bank. So as I said earlier, we have this bank spread across 16 countries, where we have hundreds of thousands of ATMs at different locations. So you know that whenever you go to an ATM to withdraw money, there are many times where the ATM money will not be there, right? So you go there, one ATM money is not there, then you have to go walk to the next ATM, maybe 100 meters away, maybe half kilometer away. You have to go and find that. So we have solved this problem using artificial intelligence. So from a bank point of view, what happens is if you load more money, it's a debt money for the bank. So for example, if a bank has 5,000 ATMs, and if you load 1 lakh, 10 lakh rupees each in each ATM, and if the consumption is in one particular ATM is not less than 1 lakh in one day, the 9 lakh remaining 9 lakh money is a debt. It's a debt money, and just imagine that for 5,000 ATMs. So the banks will not load more money in an ATM, right? But what happens is if the money is less, then it runs out. So what we have done is we built many artificial intelligence solutions and predicted each ATM how much money to be loaded and what denomination. And this demand will change from every time to time, right? So in some location, if it is a ATM location is near to a college or education institution, the demand will be more during weekdays. There will not be any demand in the weekends. And if it is near to some shopping malls, then the demand will be more in the weekends, and the demand will be more during festival seasons. And if the ATM is near the business location, the behavior will change, right? And from season to season, time to time, from day to day, different. The demand will change. So using artificial intelligence, we have predicted all this, And then we have, for each ATM machine, we have predicted how much money to be loaded, how much money to be, which denomination, at what frequency, everything. So we have optimized that, and this saved millions of dollars for the bank, and the customer experience also improved. So the customer will be guaranteed. You go to any ATM, there will be money, and from a bank point of view, you are not loading excess money, so your debt money is reduced. So you don't need to that much of excess money loading there. That money you can divert to somewhere else. So there is a huge saving for the bank. So this is a typical case of implementing an artificial intelligence solution, which will optimize, which will reduce your cost, and it will improve your customer experience. So for the customer also, it improves the customer experience, and from the bank also, it reduces the cost, and he is able to predict how much money to be loaded at what time. And this is another solution which we built again for the bank, using social media analytics. So each all the public news. So we scrape all the websites, the public the news medias, social media data, and the CRM data, the customer call center data. All this data is brought to the big data platform, and then we analyze what are the complaints which the customers are talking about, and what are the good points, what are the things which customers like from a product, service, everything. Which are the 5 top issues? Which are the 5 top positive things? And we came up with that analysis, and then we improve there. So if there are positive items, we implement that across other branches. If there are negative issues, which is complaints from the social media and from the media, the customer feedback, we address that. So this way, all this the customer complaints are taken care, and then the customer satisfaction is improved, and each complaint will cost to the brand value and to your business. So that is reduced, right? So that's how we reduce the artificial intelligence is used to reach out to the customers and understand the customer complaints. And one last solution. So this also again we have done for branches. So using CCTV, right? So we have this CCTV images in every branch. So from that CCTV images, we have used artificial intelligence, using the CCTV video. We analyze that, and every time a customer is stepping into the branch, if he is a preferred customer, if he is a special customer or a VIP customer, immediately we notify that to the branch manager, and you don't have to stand in a queue. Or so in some of these countries it is like that. No, not like in our India. So this may be some rich guys, rich customers who are doing business in millions. So they may not come and take a token and wait in the queue for 1 hour or 2 hours. So what we have done is, using CCTV images, the moment the VIP customer comes in, the artificial intelligence will detect the person and notify immediately. This person will be called inside, and the relationship manager will go and meet him, and his transaction will be done quickly. The same way, there are in banking, there are many fraudulent customers who will be blacklisted customers will be there, right? So that data will be available with the banks, due to some previous history of fraudulent transactions or fraudulent irregularities. The central bank, like RBI, they or the banks will blacklist some of the customers. So if a blacklisted customer walks into a branch, immediately artificial intelligence will detect from the CCTV images and notify the officer sitting in the branch. So they will be careful. Okay, so this is another solution which we have done for the bank, which improved our customer experience. So with that, since we are running out of time, I will stop here, and I have many more such stories I want to share, but probably maybe we can do that in future. But we'll stop here for question and answer. And also there is one link I passed on to the organizers. So please access that link and write the feedback about this session. So if you like the session, or if there are any feedback, please write the feedback in the comment section on that link. So that will be helpful for me. So over to you, the host. So the questions we can take from here. So either you can unmute and give the tell the questions, or you can put it in the chat box and one of the admins can read out. So we'll take it one by one. Okay, so feel free. So as I said, since I'm mentoring many of the startups, so I'll be able to understand your business case, and we can interact and we can discuss. So we have 30 minutes for question answer.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
We have a direct question from Mr. Ajmal. So
Yeah, sure.
I'm handing over mic to him.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, Ajmal, yeah, you can ask.
Hello, Ajmal.
Well, we cannot hear you.
Hello.
I think a connectivity issue. Ajmal, you are on mute. You need to unmute and tell. Okay, maybe the other person, next person can go to the, give the question, and then we will come back to Ajmal. Ajmal, we cannot hear you. Okay, the next person can give the question, and we'll come back to Ajmal later. Ajmal, otherwise you can put the question in the chat window, and one of the organizers will read out.
Sir, we have some questions in the questions tab.
Yeah, if you can read out one by one, please read out.
Sure. The first question is from Mr. David. The question is, does the customer have provision to opt in or out? Are the customers aware of the data analysis done on points such as spending pattern, etc.?
Yeah, so in these countries wherever we are doing, we have to take the approval from the central bank. So just like we have Reserve Bank of India in India, same way there are central regulatory banks in those countries, and we have to take their approval for collecting all this data. And again, this private and confidential data, there are regulatory rules governed in those countries, and there are government laws there. The data privacy, data security, everything is taken care. So all this data are encrypted, and data is protected. So all those regulatory requirements are taken care. So customers will not give approval, but this is governed by the government and the central bank, and it is audited. And the central bank, just like the RBI, they do the audit every 6 months.
Sir, we got one more question from Mr. David. The question is, does CIMB utilize AI to secure the data like malicious activity detection?
Yeah, so it's called the compliance and the fraud detection. So we have artificial intelligence solutions for fraud detection and compliance. Everything is there. So one of the success stories that in CIMB we had in Malaysia alone, we had 235 employees who were analyzing these alerts. So when in a bank, wherever there is um, but fraudulent transactions, suspicious transactions are there. If you are those who are in the banking will know that. So the system will trigger alerts saying that there are suspicious transactions are there. And usually in every bank, what they do is there are people in a city, there are officers who are dedicatedly for analyzing this triggers and these notifications and then clear it. So if there are some suspicious things are there, they will do the investigation and then they will report the case and it will go to the investigation agency. So using artificial intelligence, we have reduced our staffing strength from 235 to we brought it to 55. So artificial intelligence will detect what is suspicious, what is not suspicious, and it will detect what is fraudulent and which is not fraudulent. All that.
So one question from Mr. Ansel. He's a student. The
Yes,
question is, why would I spend so much money on a product that can be replaced just by a phone or human being? So my question is, how do we change this existing question in Indian market from why do I need it to where do I get it?
I'm not. I did not get the question. That can you explain what does that question mean?
Actually, it's a question from student. The question
Mm-hmm.
is asking, how can we replace that question like, why would I spend so much money on a product that can be replaced just by a phone or a human being?
Hmm. Okay, so I did not understand what he meant it here, but I will try to say, if you are a consumer, um, we buy many things which we think it is better, right? But we don't have the previous knowledge about that. But as I said in the banking case, we analyze the customer and then we give the right product and the right recommendation to the customers. So we are able to give the best recommendation. So we know about the customer more than the customer know about himself. I will repeat: the bank knows about the customer more than the customer knows about himself, because the bank is analyzing all his last 10 years history, all that data, and bank will predict and say that okay, this product is best for me. So the customer making a wrong decision is avoided here. The same way, if you use artificial intelligence, you are buying something, and you as a businessman, instead of selling your product somehow, you should be looking at helping. So that's a value add. In a short time, you may be thinking that okay, you are not selling all your products. So, for example, if you are in the tourism business, right? So you should be able to predict what kind of people, what is their liking, which locality, where they want to go, when they want to go, and what they want to do. All that you should be able to say. Say, for example, somebody is traveling from Europe, from France to Kerala. No, they may be wanting to go do a boating in Kumaragam, or they want to go for an Ayurveda treatment. Or so you can, based on all the historical data, you should be able to predict the moment a customer book your resort online from France. You should be able to tell him, okay, based on your no, based on his profile and based on his data, you should be able to recommend him the right products. So if he's coming to Kerala for a 1 week trip, there are hundreds of options, right? So you should be able to predict it. So that's how you give value add to the customer. So you may not be able to sell the costliest thing to him, but you may fool him only once. Instead of that, if you give him the best product which he will like, he will go back and he will tell the message to 100 people, and in the long run, your business will grow exponentially. Your customer satisfaction will improve. Right? So that's where the artificial intelligence comes in. So artificial intelligence will help you to predict the customer, his interest, his behavior, his likings, and you will be able to recommend him the right thing. Okay, so it's a futuristic solution. You will be able to see the future better, and you can plan your business accordingly. I hope I answered, and I'm just answering based on my perception of the question, because the question was very generic and I could not make out.
Yes, yes. The next question is from Mr. Nanda Kishore. The question is, how can we convince the customer how the AI works or explainable AI?
Yeah, so you don't really need to convince the customer, right? So, for example, if you go to Flipkart and today you buy a cricket bat, and or you buy a English fiction novel today, and you log into Amazon or Flipkart next week, you will get a recommendation for a similar book, right? So the Amazon is not telling you, or Flipkart is not telling you, okay, this is we found out using artificial intelligence and all. You don't need to tell the customer. So the customer will unknowingly get the best thing based on his like, and you will be surprised. Oh, every time I am logging in, I am getting the best thing which I like. The customer will be surprised, or he will be happy, right? So how the business is achieving that, you don't need to explain to the customer. So for example, you go and watch a movie in Netflix. Today you watch an English fiction movie. Tomorrow you log in, you will get similar recommendation. That is done by artificial intelligence. Netflix is not going to tell you, okay, I analyzed your browsing history and I found that this is best for you. And Netflix is not going to tell you all this. He will just give you this, right? So it is like no, predicting your future, predicting your behavior, predicting your interest. So how we are predicting that, you don't need to tell the customer. That is done underline. No, it's done beneath. And when you predict that and when you give him the right thing at the right time, the customer will be amazed. He will say, "Oh wow, how did you know that?" Right? So you can wow the customer every time. So the customer satisfaction improves. Thereby, your business grows exponentially. That's the trick. So you don't need any explanation to the customer. Yeah.
Next, a question from Mr. Mehru.
Yeah.
Sir, glad to hear the use case you did for ATM cash replenishments. We are as well in the process of developing a model to do the same for our bank. As per your experience, how was the adoption of this model in practical sense?
Okay. So adoption will be from the bank, right? So for any artificial intelligence solution, your CEO should be supporting. Otherwise, because these are all futuristic solutions, right? These are not your operational BAU core banking system. So you can live without that also, right? So you can your CEO or your big boss can always say, "Oh, I don't want this," unless he is convinced. How much ever you develop, it will not help you to implement. So our advantage with our bank is that our corporate CEO and all the board members are convinced and they are paying, they are pitching their money there. And whatever we develop, all the country CEOs and all the department heads, everyone is implementing that and it is giving result. So it has to come from top to bottom. Okay, because this is an value add we are offering, right? So you don't need this solution to run the bank. The bank can run conventionally, right? The only thing is the ATM will go empty sometimes, money may be excess. The bank operation will run without this. So the big bosses need to be convinced the value of AI. That's the key. Okay.
Sir, actually, I think we have covered almost all the questions.
Yeah, sure.
So,
So once again, is I don't know if you have given that link to the participants. Otherwise, you can post it in the chat box also and
yes,
send it to
we will
the
share
people in
the
email.
participants via
So I
email.
request all of you to write the feedback in that
Hello,
link. Yeah.
Mathew. Am I audible now?
Yes. Yes.
Very actually, really sorry for the. There is some technical problem, and I was in the very last lap to join the session. I was joined during the session, but some problem with the mic. Oh, anyhow, I'll collect feedback from every attendees via mail and share the link now only.
Yeah, you
And
can send the
I
link to
hope
the
everyone.
yeah, you can send the link to the you can send the link to the participants and they can write the feedback on that. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, okay, okay. Hopefully, looking for more session from your side, and I'm again, once again, sorry for late joining. Dear founders, please make use of this session and please connect with him via LinkedIn. Even if you are working on any artificial intelligence or machine learning product, please connect with Mathew Joseph. Also, happy news for you. We bring Mathew soon into our mentor pool by completing our official proceedings. So he will be available according to his convenience to start up to discuss your product and all the things. So thank you once again, Mathew, for joining the session. So can I think we are done with the questions and all the things. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Are there any more questions? We can. I'm okay to spend more time. And just one correction, Savath, you said this is not for the people who are doing business in the artificial intelligence domain or technology domain.
Okay.
So, as I said during the session, artificial intelligence can be used for any industry. Can be tourism, it can be agriculture, farming, retail, or trading, manufacturing. Any industry you can use artificial intelligence, and we can. This is a technology which can help you to grow your business exponentially, manage your strategies, everything. Okay, so every industry, you can look at adopting this, and in the future session, probably we can take one by one industry and see how we can adopt that and all. So that's a different discussion, but
Okay,
at a high level, every industry we can use artificial intelligence. So just as I told in the last question answer, say for example, you are in the tourism or you are running a Ayurvedic resort or something, you can predict the customer behavior, what they like, which country people, which demographics people like, which Ayurvedic product or which services, at which period of which month, who is likely to come. All this you can predict, and you can plan your resort, your employees, your business, everything accordingly. And you can, based on their profile, you can give them the right product, and what kind of product they like, or which they want to visit, what kind of activity they want to do. Everything you can predict. Okay. So every industry you should be looking at artificial intelligence. And as I said in the beginning, unless you use this technology after 5 years or after 10 years, it is difficult to survive in the industry. Okay, so people using artificial intelligence will grow exponentially, and others, those who are not using, will lag behind, and you will be out of the competition. Okay.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Thank you,
Okay.
Mathew. What I try to communicate is like if anyone building any products in any industry or any sector, please connect with Mathew and make use of his expert in the domain. And anyhow, I'm sharing a link, LinkedIn link for sharing your feedback in the chat box. Please, one second. Okay, okay. Founders are requested to please do write a feedback in the domain link provided in the chat box, and I think we can wind up with this. Thank you once again, Mathew, and all the founders. Please make ensure before you leaving the platform, please collect the link and share your feedback. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much, and it was really wonderful speaking to you for the last 1.5 hours. And thanks to the organizers, Kerala Startup Mission, for giving me this opportunity to interact with some of the entrepreneurs and people who are going to change the history in the future. So wish you, and all the entrepreneurs, wish you all the best and do well. And I'll be happy to help. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.